You know, it's prom season and you know, at the end of the school year for kids, and this seems to be making its way into the news a lot, and it's probably a good thing. Robert Radway is with us. He's the head of the phys ed department, Burlington Central High School, and he is a teacher liaison with the 2012 SmartRisk No Regrets campaign. They are hosting a week-long series of events starting today, promoting students to make smart risk decisions in life. And to talk more about this, the head of the phys ed department, Central High School, Robert Radway, and he's with us now. Robert, how are you today?
Doing wonderful. Thank you very much for having me on today.
Thanks for taking the time. This a seasonal thing because of the time of the year, and it's kind of the end of the year blowout thing, or is this something that you guys are preaching all year round?
Well, it's something that we've wanted to focus on all year round, specifically with the May 2-4 weekend coming and the long summer coming. We wanted students to make sure that they were using their smart risk decisions. There's 5 key concepts: get trained, buckle up, look first, wear the gear, and drive sober. There are 5 easy concepts for students to remember, and we're hoping they can take that with them in the evenings and weekends and stay safe.
We hear so much about this, especially this time of the year, and it's almost a great debate that how parents handle this sort of thing, how they teach their kids to think and do exactly as you're speaking. A lot of parents, a lot of people think this is just a rite of passage for kids, and somehow we just have to better prepare them. What's the answer here?
Well, I don't know that I have the answer, but I know here at Burlington Central with a group of students here, we felt that the most important thing is don't cross your stupid line. We're all going to take risks, and even we were at school from grade 7 through 12, so we can reach out to the younger students as well. We know you're going to take your risks, but just be smart about what you're going to be doing and think about it first. And if you take that 30 seconds or so, we're hoping the students will prevent injury. And bottom line, majority of injuries are predictable and preventable. Accidents, true accidents, you just don't know. That's fate. And so if we can get the 5 messages across, students will make those smart risk decisions and, be safer here at Burlington Central and across Halton in Ontario.
You know, I think, Robert, you guys have really hit the nail on the head here because you can't be with your kids. You can't anticipate every type of situation they're going to be in because they're much younger than you. It's just a different time. But if you can if you can teach them how to think and at least to try to, process what they're doing during these situations, then you've provided, hopefully, enough guidance that they can make the right decision. That's really what you're trying to do here, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, our campaign is distraction action, and we're looking specifically this particular springtime on, texting and driving or just being on the ball when you're actually behind the wheel, regardless of what's happening. And the texting and driving or on the phone and driving seems to be the big culprits, if you will. But even with our young kids in grade 7 and 8 here at Central, we know that there are aunts and uncles and parents and siblings that are doing that. And, if they can say to them, hey, you're crossing the stupid line, we hope that they can kind of hear it, especially when it's a close family member.
How can you identify what your stupid line is? That's a great, it's a great term, though.
Well, that's a great question. Depends on what activity you're involved with. So, for instance, I'm a rugby coach here at Burlington Central. I coach the girls' rugby team. And for me, one of the key messages is I'm wearing the gear. So I want to make sure every single one of my kids that's playing rugby, first, they get trained on the sport itself, but also wear the gear so they're safe when playing the sport. So it depends on what exactly you're going to be participating in before you can make your not to cross the stupid line, of course.
Wow, and if you can teach the kids to do that with rugby, good for you, man. That's an animal game. What is it, just to change topics really quickly, what is it about the interest in girls rugby now?
In Halton, we've been growing for the last 13 years. I've been fortunate enough to be teaching or coaching here at Burlington Central for the last 11. The team has had some great runs, and we're excited to be. I think it's a football for them. It's a way to try something new. They absorb it up like a sponge, and we just really enjoy it. They really enjoy it.
Robert, talk about how important it is to have your kids involved in sports, whether it's doing something like you guys are doing or some sort of extracurricular activity. How important is this?
Well, as an educator here, especially at Burlington Central, we talk the importance of having students involved in the school community because we want them feeling like they have a sense of belonging at school and also they feel safe at the school. And so if they're involved with the athletic group or if they're involved with the music department, arts, dramatic arts, what have you, it's just great. Leadership groups as well. It's great because they feel a sense of belonging, a sense of community. And here at Central, we have that sense. And we try and get every single student involved with one capacity throughout the school year, and they seem to be enjoying themselves. And I think it's important because if they do feel safe, they do have a sense of belonging, that they're in school. And if they're in school every day, they're going to get their, the education that they need to move forward in any career that they so choose to do.
Website we can go to, Robert, to find out more about any of this?
Well, for SmartRisk, smartrisknoregrets.ca. You can check out anything about the five key themes, and of course, don't cross your stupid line. And also, I'd like to just mention quickly that State Farm has granted us $2,000 for this campaign, this launch for this week, and we're really grateful for them. And that's North American wide. And we're excited for the launch, which started today, but the assembly will be tomorrow.
Robert Radway has been with us, head of the Phys Ed Department, Burlington Central High School, and the teacher liaison to the 2012 SmartRisk No Regrets campaign. Robert, great job. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.